Hi everyone, I'm Lorenzo Di Mattia, manager of Hedge Invest Bill Macro Fund. I wanted to describe what we have done in January and the outlook for the rest of the year. January was not a good month. We lost about 2%. We had mainly three issues in January. The first one was given the market was already pretty extreme in terms of being overbought and valuations, we were however still long since our model was not confirming a risk-off phase. But we were ready to reverse our positioning, and we did on the news of the Iranian attack, thinking that it would be sort of a permanent negative, at least for the time being, and it represented an escalation. Our read was wrong, obviously, because it was in fact de-escalation. So we got this one wrong. We quickly reversed to short and then reversed again to long. But in the process, we lost about 40 basis points. Another thing that went wrong is in the second half of the month, we thought we reached on the NASDAQ the most overbought conditions since December 1999, and we believed a 5-10% correction would start, led by NASDAQ and also the DAX, some of the cyclical stuff. We bought puts on these indices. However, these also lost money because the correction was extremely short. It lasted like a couple of days on these indices, and then it recovered quickly. So, and the last reason for the down month was the Australian dollar, which instead we believe we held the position, and we believe this will come back and then even be profitable. We're actually planning to increase the position. The Australian dollar, as well as many other themes in emerging markets, in cyclicals, energy, copper, were hit by the coronavirus, the new coronavirus that hit China. And our view on this is that within a month or two, it will be completely under control, and the bad news will stop, and China will reopen cities and flights and production, and life will go back to normal. Just to keep something in mind, pneumonia kills 2.5 million people a year globally, and the normal flu kills about 1 million people a year. So the numbers for the coronavirus are pretty small compared to these numbers. The world doesn't stop because pneumonia kills 2.5 million people a year. China, we're of the view that China closed down cities because it was New Year's in China, and most people travel. So closing cities and blocking flights actually was good because it would have spread a lot faster. So they prevented the virus from spreading a lot faster because of the specific time of the year. However, with mortality rates that are between 1% and 3%, much lower actually than pneumonia or other viruses and bacteria, we don't believe this is a real threat to global growth. So given that bond yields went down 50 basis points and oil went down 20%, both of which are stimulus, for example, for a consumer in the US and in Europe, as well as China and India, we believe most teams will recover everything they lost from the pre-virus prices and even go higher. So we're getting long emerging markets, energy, copper stocks, shippers as well. And we believe, again, before there is a significant top in equity markets, we believe that the virus, it will be the classic climbing a wall of worry, where by the time the news get better, the market will be quite a bit higher. Now, there is a risk that NASDAQ corrects because we see bond yields moving up. and the Nasdaq is already very overbought and very expensive. So there is a possibility that while cyclicals and emerging market rally, the Nasdaq gets hits, and that's how we plan to hedge our portfolio, shorting treasuries and shorting the Nasdaq while be long the cyclical segment of equities in the US as well as emerging markets and energy. Thank you very much.